Hi everyone, this is Michelle. I got a few questions. People wanted to know how to assemble this Easter egg wreath. It's the Bucilla Easter egg wreath. And then I had a few questions on how I back it. Now, in the kit, this Pellin is your back piece, but I like to add another back piece just to make it look clean. You won't see any stitches, so I'm going to use felt. So in the instructions, it tells you to make all the eggs first, which I did. So I've got all my eggs done. The next step is to cut your Pellin. So what I did was I made sure I had the top and I put a pin in it. And then when I cut the center, I put a pin in that also, because what I did was, after I cut it out, and I made sure, if you're just going to use this as the backing, make sure you cut the ink off of all the edges, just looks better. I took a piece of white felt that I have extra, and again, when I laid my Pellin on the top, I stuck a pin in the felt to make sure that, you know, I got the top, because it's very important you find the top of your piece. That way when you start assembling it, everything fits right. So once I cut my Pellin, I cut my felt, I left 1/8 of an inch all along the outside of felt, and then on the inside I left 1/8 of an inch also. That way when I start putting my eggs, I'm going to sew them onto the Pellin first. So this is my top egg right here. So when I start stitching my eggs to the Pellin, when I get them all on, then I will attach the piece of felt, and I'll attach it right to the top of the egg. So the Pellin is going to kind of stabilize the wreath. You know, you don't need cardboard or anything, but the Pellin will help it keep its shape. I've already made my cording. You just take 12 inches of white floss, 6 strands. So when I do that, I know where my top is. I'll attach it in there, and that's how I'm going to assemble this wreath. It's really easy. If I had a wall hanging that had straight edges, I would use a nice piece of fabric, but since this is curved, it just makes more sense to use felt. You have a nice clean edge. You don't have to fold any edges or anything. It'll just look really nice when it's all done. So that is how you're gonna assemble this wreath, and that is how I add a backing to it.